I joined a company after joining Primerica in 2018. I was part of a company that sells weight loss program, and I recruited like 3,500 people in a year. It was insane. We were recruiting people. Of course, we were using social media. It was products. People just click and buy. It was totally different.
What happened? What challenges did you have that kind of made you to, to get out of the business for a little while?
Yeah.
What was that? What happened there?
It was a little bit of everything. The first thing is in Georgia, we have a temp license, right? And you can have a temp license up to for 18 months. So first of all, I was licensed for 18 months. After that, I was out of business because I never went to take my license, my test. So I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the commitment that the business required. I wasn't full, I wasn't in love with the concept or of becoming a millionaire of financial freedom, all of the good stuff, but I was not ready to be committed to it. I was 23 years old at that time. And I remember that I loved more partying than studying, right? Going out with the friends, it- it- going out with the agents at the office, like it was crazy. We were going out every single day, not doing appointments. We were doing the opposite of what they asked for us to do. So I knew it was my fault. I knew that I took full responsibility of my fail the first time. And this is a funny story, Daniel. I'm very afraid to prospect. You know, I'm a shy person. I cannot talk to someone on the street. I mean, that's my weakness point. I cannot do it right now. If you want me to speak to a stranger, I cannot do that. It would be like, it's frustrating for me. So, and I remember they told me, Carlos, we're gonna help you out. Let's go prospect. That was back in 2007, right? Let's go prospect. And I say, but where? And they say, let's go Home Depot. Let's do a contest. We need to collect at least 10 names. And out of those 10 names, whoever do more appointments, we're gonna get you to dinner. You're gonna win a dinner, a special dinner with the leadership of the company. I was like, yeah, let's go. I was a player. I was a pretender. I was pretending that I was a player. And we went to Home Depot and I was hiding on the restrooms because I was so afraid. And everybody were prospecting and I was hiding in the restroom. The worst part about this is that I was faking the names. I was like Daniel Alonso, Carlos Leon, Marcena Avila, and John Smith. And when we got back to the office, I mean, this was bad. We get back to the office and I was faking the calls, not only the names, but the calls. Because I don't want to leave, I don't want to be left behind, you know. I want to be with the flow, like everybody's making calls. I don't want to be like, oh, you're not doing the work. I was pretending. I was, hey, Daniel, I met you at Home Depot. Remember this morning? You told me you like it was bad. You know, I mean, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I wanted to say it because it might be a reality that a lot of people are facing right now. So I'm still afraid of prospecting, but I created a system that I don't have to prospect on the streets, that I don't have to go and look for strangers. So that was a huge part of the change, and we will talk a little bit about that later. But yeah, so I was not prospecting. I was faking those names. I was not recruiting. I didn't get licensed. So you can see what I failed. You know, I took the easy route and I quit. I have no option, but I needed money to eat. So I went out of Primerica, went out of business in 2008, before 2009.
So that's amazing, man. I mean, and I'm glad you shared that story because yeah, a lot of people come on. I mean, not everybody comes in here Mr. Personality. Not everybody comes in here with all the confidence in the world. Matter of fact, if we were really honest, about 95% of the people come
Right.
in the business with no confidence, with totally worried about speaking to people and scared to talk to people. And oh my God, I mean, looking back, I'm sure there's a lot of people that came into my business and they were scared to talk to people and they were
Absolutely.
scared to prospect and they lost. They didn't win because why? Because we didn't have another system to allow them to
Right.
prospect without having to go see. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I want to dive into that. I mean, tell us, like, right now in your business, how do you prospect without having to go prospect?
Well, I'm a big fan of when I study R. Williams numbers and R. Williams way, and I wrote the R. William way book and pushing out people before coming into the company back in 2018, right? So I heard about this warm market system and I wanted to know everything about warm market. But let me clarify first. I joined a company after joining Primerica in 2018. I was part of a company that sells weight loss program. And I recruited like 3,500 people in a year. It was insane. We were recruiting people. Of course, we were using social media. It was products. People just click and buy. It was totally different. But I learned that in order to grow a business, you need to recruit people. And I was a big recruiter, recruited people under people. So, but before I get to that, even though I recruit 3,500 people, I mean, this is something everybody has to know. 3,500 people in the other company gives me $8,000 a month. An organization of 3,500 active members, $8,000 a month. That was crazy. And now, I mean, imagine an organization of 3,500 people in America. Will give you what, like $8 million, and depending on where they are placed. But it was crazy. So let me show you this. I use the Fast Start Planner, and I fall in love with the concept of page number 9, which is the STEAM. So I start doing the STEAM before doing the top 25. And it was a couple of reasons. The first one was because I was afraid of prospecting. So I was not willing to go prospect if I don't have to. But I was willing to do it even if I needed to. If I needed to, I was willing to go and prospect. If we had social media and everything, but I was willing to talk to strangers and everything in order to get at least one person that I can start using the system. So lucky for me, or I would say because it was what we were looking for, I recruited 4 people, 4. And out of those 4, we have recruited about almost 3,000 people in 3 years using this little Fast Start Planner. And how we use it, we use the scheme first. And because I wanted to duplicate my agents first. So I was like, how can I get enough inventory that I don't have to go prospect anymore? And I found that if I get a recruit and I place 3 recruits under immediately, I will have enough inventory to work every day. And that was the deal that we made with my dad, because my dad was the one who brought me back in business. I didn't want it to come back in business. I fought with my dad when he told me about Primerica. That's another thing I have to tell you about it. But yeah, so and I we recruit 4 people. I start building under my dad, and I start building under another person who say yes. So I built 2 legs, and I start just recruiting people under people and more people and more people. So I'm always up to date. That's what I do all day. Recruit people under my people, create momentum under the team, creating little teams. You with him, you with him, you with him. You guys work together. Let's do this together. You go train him, you train. So it's like, it's magical. It's like moving. It's momentum maker. Is it? I don't know how to explain it, but like I have more people that I can handle all the time. I have agents, new agents all the time, because everybody fall into that. Like, oh, we need more recruits. And I was looking to, I know we have a couple of differences. A lot of people say we need to go wide, we need to go deep. I mean, everybody's right. Everybody's right. But when what we did was going deep on everybody, and through digging in those recruits, we found the stats. I never brought into the business a leader, never. I found it, I found them through digging in my recruits.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.